Hello, and for our next CrowdProperty.com funding opportunity, we're going to South Wales. And this is the land adjacent to Greenfield, East Street, Llantwit Major, CF61 1XY. Now, CrowdProperty is a peer-to-peer lending platform designed to facilitate loans between private individuals and professional property businesses. CrowdProperty is authorised and regulated by the Financial Conduct Authority under permission number 723959. CrowdProperty is not covered by the Financial Services Compensation Scheme. There are risks with any loans you make, and just like all peer-to-peer lending, your capital is at risk. CrowdProperty endeavours to protect all lenders. This is done by registering the legal first charge against the property project. This means that in the very unlikely event a borrower defaults on the loan, CrowdProperty will be able to take ownership of the project and manage it for the lenders. Now, the borrowers on this are Greenfield Close Developments Limited, their company number 1224481, and the directors of this company are Kenneth Thomas, Richard Andrews, and Walter Davis. Walter's joining us here on this webinar. Welcome along. Tell us a little bit more about your and your fellow directors' background.
Richard Andrews is our architect partner. He's been an architect for all his career. He now runs his own architecture business. He's a gentleman wearing a white shirt. He has got 9 employees for that business, but he joined us to help manage and show a really professional side to our business as we grow in the house building. Ken Thomas at the top in the black jumper, he is our construction director, currently managing the labour and the supply of materials and the construction at our site in Llantwit Major. And myself, I've been a property investor for most of my career, bought my first property in 1996 and still own it. And it was about 2 years ago that we started moving into new builds. And this project in Llantwit Major has been our leading project so far.
A little bit more about this project then. It's a development facility of £950,000 in total. This raise is for £300,000. The loan is for a total term of 18 months, with this phase expecting to be about 10 months. The borrower has successfully discharged the pre-commencement conditions and has continued over the previous 2 raises to build out the development of 4 new build dwellings. Interest is rolled up and paid at the exit, and it's at the interest rate of 7.6% per annum equivalent. Let's start off by finding out a little bit more about Llantwit Major.
It's a bustling little coastal town. It's about a mile from the beach. It dates back to about 1500s. There's a lovely old stone church. A lot of the buildings in the town date from that period. There are sort of 3 or 4 amazing old stone pubs that have been there for 300 or 400 years. There's a train station that goes direct links to Cardiff, although the train is a little bit slow. And it's a lovely little commuter town just west of Cardiff.
Planning permission was granted by the Vale of Glamorgan Council, and their planning reference is 2018/01373/FUL, where the permission was granted to build 4 detached dwellings. Construction is now well underway and is programmed to complete by September or October of 2021. The exit strategy is that the borrower is seeking to dispose of the remaining 2 units in the coming months. Plots 1 and 2 are already sold, subject to contract. Here's the location plan. We're in the South Wales area here, just along the coast from Cardiff and south of the M4 motorway at Llantwit Major. And the location located off Spitzkop, which is a cul-de-sac predominantly made up of semi-detached bungalows. How did you come across this project, Walter?
Kenneth, our construction director, knew the owner of the house. He'd been doing some work helping renovate his house. And actually, Ken is a local council planner, and so helped the owner get planning permission to build the 4 houses in his what is a rather large garden. And because we helped him get planning permission, he said, "Okay, well, can we buy it from you?" And so the owner said yes. So that's what's happened.
And that's the rectangular plot of land which we're going to talk through in just a few moments. The sizes of each of the properties on the left-hand side of your screen, and the total gross development value coming out at £1.845 million. Let's look at each plot individually. This is plot 1 on the elevations. What are you building it with?
So we've gone with a really solid construction. So we've got concrete block external wall and concrete block internal wall. So the house is really very solid. It doesn't have a timber frame at all. At the stage we're at the moment is the walls have been rendered both externally, and they've been painted externally. The windows are all installed. We're about to do the stone cladding on the chimney stack, on the conservatory at the rear, and on the front door. And hopefully in the next week or so, we'll have the scaffolding taken down. We're about to exchange on the sale of this property with a buyer. We've agreed to sell at £530,000, which is slightly above the RICS valuation of £525,000. And as soon as we exchange, we will continue with the fit out internally, which is installing the kitchen and the bathrooms that the buyer wants. Here you can see the floor plans. The second floor has got sort of the master suite with a large bedroom, bathroom with a shower room and a dressing room at the other end of the house. The first floor has got 4 additional bedrooms and a bathroom and a shower room. And on the ground floor, we've got the utility room, the snug, which is effectively a TV room with a log burning stove, and then the kitchen, dining room, living room.
And then here's plots 2, 3, and 4. How do they differ?
They are smaller in size. They're only over 2 floors rather than over 3 floors. They are still 4-bedroom houses though, and quite spacious. Here you can see that it says gross internal area of 1,538 square feet, so pretty decent size. There are 2 en-suites for bedrooms 2 and bedroom 4, and then there's a family bathroom on the first floor. On the ground floor, we have a snug, a playroom, which will probably be the TV room, and then a large kitchen, dining room, living room overlooking the kitchen garden.
And they're all progressing quite well.
Yes, definitely. Since this photo was taken about a week and a half ago, we have installed the road. You can see the sort of foundations for the road going in. We've painted the house. The house is now a very smart white color, and we're getting ready to take the scaffolding down. So it's really exciting.
I've got a case study I'd like you to talk through as well, if you wouldn't mind. This is a property that you part demolished. Talk us through the project.
Yes, certainly. I helped a client find this property. We helped him get planning permission for it, and we basically got planning permission to build a ground floor extension and a first floor and a second floor extension, basically filling in the gap. And we turned it from what was a 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom house into a 5-bedroom, 4-bathroom, very spacious house. It went from about 1,100 square feet to about 2,200 square feet, and my client still owns it, and it's rented out now, and he's very happy.
And then the second case study is another similar property in London, isn't it?
Yes, that's correct. So this project I was brought in as a sort of a rescue project manager. My client owned it. He got posted to a job in New Zealand, and he needed somebody to help look after it. He'd unfortunately been given the runaround by a builder and an architect, and so he brought me in to manage the project whilst he was overseas. So we brought in some new builders, and when I started with the project, there were basically no windows, there were no floorboards, there were no walls in, there was no heating, no electrics, and we basically finished the project for him. Installed the stairs, installed the lovely wooden handrail, installed these fireplaces, installed the lights. It was a really exciting project to work on, and I was very pleased to create a beautiful family home for him.
And returning to your project back in Llantwit Major, here's an overview of the project financials and the proposed loan. The project consists of 3 raises which total £950,000. This is phase 3 and it's for £300,000. Rick's verified the market value at the very start of the project to be £370,000. Initial drawdown was £240,000, meaning the initial loan to value was 64.86%. Rick's estimate of the gross development value is £1.845 million. The amount owed at the exit on that gross development value, excluding the interest, is 51.5% and including interest, 55%. The maximum loan period of the total project is 18 months. The borrower is looking to sell the remaining 2 units, and lenders are going to be receiving interest at the equivalent rate of 7.6% per annum. That is rolled up and paid at the end of the loan. The project is already first charge secured at Land Registry. So your next steps are to make sure that you understand the loan. Please carry out your own due diligence and then decide how much you would like to lend. CrowdProperty.com is the place to be to pledge on launch. The necessary anti-money laundering checks will be carried out, and then you'll be invited to send your funds to your own online e-wallet, and you'll start earning interest on completion of the loan agreement. So this is the third and final phase of £300,000, please, for the land adjacent to Greenfield, East Street in Llantwit Major, CF61 1XY. Thank you for watching this CrowdProperty.com funding opportunity. We look forward to joining us again soon for more opportunities back here at CrowdProperty.com.